So in this video, I'm going to be talking about if any of the criminal game passes in Erlc are actually worth it and if you should buy them. So if you do enjoy or if you find this video helpful, please make sure you drop a like and also subscribe. Let me know any other videos you want me to do in the comments below and check out everything else from the description as well. But let's get straight into it. Okay, so there are 4, possibly 3 game passes that will help you for being a criminal. One of them is kind of for all teams, but I'll go through that. So the last one is going to be the main one, which I believe is the most expensive one out of them all. So I'm going to be going through that one last, and that's kind of directly aimed at criminals. I guess all of them are, except that one that I was just talking about. So the first one we're going to talk about isn't really for just the criminal team, but it's the instant refuel game pass. It's very useful if you're a criminal, because if you're being chased by the police, you're in a pursuit and you run out of fuel, you can just go to the gas station and instantly refuel, whereas maybe the cop behind you won't have instant refuel. Maybe if he's run out of fuel, he'll have to wait there, or they'll have to wait there for ages to actually refill their car, and by that point you can get away. So I'd say it's quite useful, but it is 75 Robux, so only get it if you do have spare Robux lying around. I guess it's not really too much Robux compared to other game passes like the SWAT one, for example, 740 Robux, but I think it's quite useful, probably one of the most useful ones if you just want to save time. But yeah, that's the first one, the instant refuel one. We're going to move on to the next one, which is only 85 Robux, so just 10 more, which is the permanent scanner. So I would say this one is underrated, because when I play as a criminal, I love to see if there are cops nearby. So I have every game pass, so I have the scanner in my inventory. What it does is it basically gives you this scanner permanently. Now you can buy this scanner from the tool store if you don't have this game pass, but this scanner will always permanently be in your inventory once you bought it once from the tool store, and you'll never lose it. So you can see once activated, it will show police radio chats and show locations of nearby cops. So if we press activate, as you can see on here, we've got this yellow circle. Now any cop that is inside or sheriff that is inside of this yellow circle will show up. So you can see there's one on that bridge there, and there's one at the police station as well. So say if I was robbing maybe the ATM over here, I could see cops that were kind of anywhere in that kind of area, or if there was an ATM here, for example, I can see all of these cops around me. I can see another one that's just spawned in there, so you would know. And maybe if you're doing one by the farms here, you'll know if there's any cops nearby, if there's any just driving by, so you know before you rob it. So I'd say it's pretty useful. And also you can see radio chat, so police radio chat will show here when someone chats. So that is for the whole server, so anyone in the server that's on police team that chats in the police radio, you can see it on there. So it lasts for, I believe, 7 minutes or 8 minutes, and I believe you have to wait 10 minutes to use it again. And as you can see, there was just one here, all units house robbery. So we can see all of the calls and anything people say in the radio. So I'd say it's pretty useful and underrated. A lot of people don't use it, but I think the scanner is actually a really good item. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, which is quite a big one, which is big guns. So big guns is a very useful game pass. So you get, let me just check how many guns you get. So you get 3 guns in this game pass. One of them is a machine gun, one of them is a submachine gun, and the other one is a sniper, all on the criminal team. So I would highly recommend this if you play on the criminal team, especially if you're in a mafia. Now this is probably the one I recommend most if you play on criminal a lot, because you get A, money from killing cops, and B, much better weapons. So the ones you get are, you get this one, the Remington MSR sniper, you get the PPSH41 submachine gun, and then you get the M249 machine gun, which is very OP. I really like this gun. Has a lot of recoil though, so it's up to you. Now the thing is, you have to buy these guns each time. I remember a long time ago these guns were ridiculously priced. It was like $6,000 to get the M249, and if you died or got arrested, you lost it and you'd have to buy it each time. They're much better prices now, so I would highly recommend it, but just note that you do have to buy them each time. I would also recommend, I always recommend, just grab an ammo box so you can refill it if you ever need to. But yeah, that's all of the guns. I would highly recommend that, probably the most recommended one out of all of them. And then the final one is the unlawful upgrades one. So this one is mostly for mafias. So if you don't know what a mafia is, up here in the top right, we have all of this stuff. We can see there's one mafia in this server, only with one person in. But if I start my own mafia, I can enter a mafia name. So if I just say like test, for example, here we go, then I can also change my mafia color to whatever I want. Now you can only change the mafia color with this unlawful upgrades game pass. I know it's not a very big thing, but it just is cool if you can change the mafia color. And I think it changed the I think it changes the color of the name tags the people that are in your mafia as well to ping. So you kind of know if you're shooting, if you're in a shootout, you know who's on your team and you know who's not, so you know to shoot them or not. Now you can also select how much percentage someone gets. So for example, if I had 5 people in this mafia, I could give 4 of them 10% and I can get like 60%, the remaining 60%. Or you can split it evenly and give everyone 20%. You can do it however you want to do it, but you can only do that if you have the unlawful upgrades game pass. And then finally you get a 25% increased reward for all robberies. So this is kind of the closest you'll get to kind of a 2 times money game pass like you have in a lot of other games or tycoons or whatever, because you get 25%, which is like, you know, it's decent amount more, and you get that obviously each time, or everything you do, you will get 25% more from it. So that is probably the most recommended game pass out of all of them, is the big guns one. I would recommend the big guns one most out of every single game pass I went through in this video. Secondly, unlawful upgrades. Third one, I would recommend permanent scanner, and then the fourth one, instant refuel. So that is all for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you drop a like and also subscribe. If you want to see more videos, let me know what videos you want to see in the comments below. And as I've said in all my videos recently, I've also reopened my recording server to the public, so if you ever want to be in any of my videos and have the chance to win Robux a lot of the time, make sure you check out the description, join that server, check out all the info channels, and you can apply there and you can be in my videos quite simply. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.